I thought that the aphids were done terrorizing my garden for the year, and so did the ladybugs because they've already moved on and there is not one ladybug in sight. So as you can see here, this pepper plant is just coated in aphids all over, and a bunch of my other pepper plants look like this as well. And there's ants crawling around, and that's because ants like to farm and protect aphids because ants like to eat the sweet secretions of aphids. So this is a problem. But luckily, I have two very effective and natural ways that I like to get rid of aphids. The first way is you can take some tape like painter's tape or masking tape or just regular office tape, something a little more delicate. Don't use duct tape or packaging tape because that can wreck your plants. But you'll take a piece of tape and just dab those aphids off. It's so gross, but so satisfying. However, if you have a lot, like I do on every single leaf, this can be kind of time consuming, but it is quite effective, and then they get stuck on here and you know they're not going to come back onto your plant. The second way is to take your hose nozzle and put it on the jet setting, and then take the leaves and blast the undersides, and then you can also just take your hose and blast the entire plant and get the stems too. The aphids should get knocked off and then have a hard time getting back up. And when you're dealing with an aphid infestation, a good idea is to make sure that your plants are well watered, because your plant is going to be stressed out from the aphids essentially sucking out all of the moisture from the leaves and the stems. You should also feed your aphid-infested plants with worm castings or worm tea, because worm castings and worm tea contains an enzyme called chitinase, and when an aphid eats off of a plant that has absorbed that enzyme, their stomachs dissolve and then they die off. Aphids can be pretty detrimental to a garden, but you can definitely get them under control without using pesticides. You might not be able to get rid of all of them, but the main thing is reducing their populations.